Okay, everyone. I think we'll probably have a couple of people joining us at some point, but I think we will get started. Not sure how long this session is going to take this evening, so I don't want to keep you too long. So we'll get cracking with our warm-up. So just make your way onto the floor. We're going to start with 10 crucifix on our backs. So 10 crucifix in total. And then we're gonna come round into a downward facing dog position. And we're gonna take 10 of our down dog to up dog. So 10, moving through. You'll probably notice this has become a favorite of mine, but I think it's really good for warming you up and getting the body moving. So remember to keep a nice breathing pattern when you're doing this. Don't hold your breath. That's really important. And then join me in a seated position where we're going to take 10 of our seated open up. So arms up into the sky, then opening up to the side. So using our thoracic spine here, you might have heard of that before. So 10 in total. And then go to a wall that's near you. And we're going to take 10 wall angels. So coming down into a little wall sit, arms up to the sky, and you're going to keep your hands in contact with the wall all the time, shaking them down and back up. Trying to keep the base of your spine as well in contact with the wall. So nice straight body position, good contact with the wall. And this is great to see, or to kind of test out how our shoulders, how mobile they are today. So 10 wall angels. And then our last part of the warm-up today, so it's quite quick through this warm-up, but we've got 20 air squats. So in your own time, I want you to take 20 of your very best squats. Nice upward body position, nice proud chest. Like we've practiced before. I know you guys have really good squats in you. So 20 in total. So we'll make your way through the 20 and then we will meet back at the screen to go over our first round this evening. So I've still followed the same format, as you'll see. We've got lower body to start off with, then upper, and then a little bit of core at the end. So you'll see we only have 2 rounds of the lower body exercise this evening, and we're doing 8 on each side of split squat, which is just the basic form of split squat. So nice position here where we're going to come down, and it's going to be nice 90-degree angle in both back leg and front leg, and back up. So 8 each leg of that, making sure you're getting low enough that you're achieving those angles. And then we have 8 in total of the raised glute bridge. So this is when you're going to find your sofa or something. We're just going to be working with both feet in contact with the sofa tonight. So hands down by side or in streamline, pushing the hip all the way through and back down. 8 in total. So this is all going to seem quite light, but the most important thing this week is just to kind of keep your bodies moving, but not at like a heavy load. So it might seem a little light this week, but that's why. So we've got 2 rounds of that, nice and short, and then we'll move on to our kind of resistance work. Has anyone got any questions? No, amazing. Okay, guys, we will get cracking with that then in 10 seconds. So starting off 8 each leg, split squat. Okay, everybody ready? 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So nice job, everyone. Really good pace from what I can see on the screen. And then we're on to our 8 glute bridges. So like I said, feel free to do this in streamline position. Really driving through the heels and squeezing at the top. So take a couple of seconds at the top position and then lower down. Nice work. So for those that you're slightly ahead, that's okay. We'll just take about 20 seconds rest and then we'll get going again for round 2. So I am going in 5 seconds. 2, 1, off you go. And then finishing off with our glute bridges. Okay. So I think most of us are finished there. If not, don't worry. So our next part is going to be based on the shoulders. So we're taking it kind of at a different angle this evening. So we have our resistance bands or whatever you're using this evening. And I'm just going to quickly go over the exercises so we know what we're doing, but ask me at any point to go over things again, that's fine. So the first exercise, we're going to do 12 seated overhead press. So sitting on your band, if it's long enough. Mine is very, very long, that's why I can do it. and then taking 12 overhead press. So just taking the elbows down to this angle and then back up. No need to take them lower than shoulder height, okay? So 12 in total of the overhead press. And then we have bent over row. So doing that in a standing position, standing on the band, making sure it's nice and tight, nice angle with the body, straight back, pulling the elbows in towards the side of the body, squeezing the shoulder blades at the back. So 12 of those. And then we have tricep extension. So actually staying in that position, and we're now pulling up and we're going back. So that top position and just hinging at the elbow, 12 in total. And then we have the UT pull apart, which you can do in a kneeling position or a seated position. Band comes behind your head, and this is our U position, and then extending out to T. So 12 UT pull apart. And then finally, we have our seated flies. So if you don't have a band, don't worry, you can still kind of do the same movement. So if you have a band, put it around the end of your feet and then cross it over. And then we're going to take it out to the side, arms straight, squeezing the shoulder blades at the back again. So if you have to slow it down, definitely do it, just so you can kind of feel that sensation in your shoulders. So those are our exercises. I'm going to be doing them along with you, so if you need any reference at all, just have a look on your screen. But we're going to take 3 rounds of those. It would be amazing if we could try and stick together. So if we kind of stick at the pace I'm going. And we will get started in 20 seconds. So we're starting with our seated overhead press. Okay, and we're going in 5 seconds. Seated overhead press, 2, 1, off we go. So 12 in total. And it's going to seem easy at the start, but when we get to the end of round 1, we're going to start to feel it burn. Important thing when we do this, keep the shoulders away from the ears. So try and kind of pull them back and down even when you're doing the overhead press. So 12 of those, and then onto our bent over row. So standing, band tight, back straight, pulling the elbows close to the body. I can see I have a message, so I'm just gonna let you guys keep going. Okay. So with this exercise, I don't know if that was someone messaged asking if there was rest in between. We'll just kind of try and stick together with this, but there won't be too much rest in this. So 12 bent over row, then tricep extensions, so still in the same position, pulling the band nice and tight, straightening the arms. So 12, and then UT pull apart. So band behind our heads, again, nice and tight. And then taking 12 of those. My band does not feel very safe. So make sure that you're just pulling the band apart. So in this position, the only difference is I'm pulling my hands away. So shoulder blades should Stay in the same place. And then we're going to take our seated flies, band wrapped around the foot, crossing it over, and 12, straight arm out to the side. They're very similar to the T movement that we've done before. So I have finished 12 of those. I think we will take 15 seconds rest and then we will go back to the top. So going in 5 seconds, 12 seated overhead press. Okay, off we go. And then onto our feet, bent over row. I don't know about you guys, but my shoulders are certainly burning. And then from the same position, 12 tricep extensions. Then onto the floor for our UT pull aparts. Good job, everyone. And I can see those of you managing it with the weights or tins, so that's good. Okay, and then last of round 2, seated flies. Shake the arms out a little bit before we start our final round, round 3. I bet you didn't think it was going to be as sore as it is. Okay, everyone. Seated overhead press, 12, and we will go in 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Nice job, everyone. Excellent. And then onto our feet. Bend over row. And then tricep extensions. for me, I think this is one of the hardest ones. And then sitting down, UT pull apart. And final exercise of our shoulder mobility, we've got our seated flies. Okay, and when you're done, shake the arms off, give them a little shimmy. I'm doing that, and this is going to be posted on YouTube after. Okay, so this evening, our core finisher is actually going to be more of like a core balance kind of portion of the session. So a mixture of testing your balance and then just some very, very basic core. We've got 4 exercises, and you might have noticed that I've kind of increased it by 5 seconds. So we've got 45 seconds on and 15 seconds rest. And that's because it's not so intense, and it's just about the movement. So our first exercise is hop and hold, and the hold is for 5 seconds. So I'm going to try and demo this on my dodgy foot. So all it is you're standing on one foot, hop, round. That was terrible, but you should stick it, and the way to stick it is by landing kind of in a bent knee position, and you're going to hold for 5 seconds, and then you're going to jump again and hold. So because we're doing 2 rounds of this, in round 1 you'll do one foot, and in round 2 you'll do the other foot. So no need to kind of swap over. And then we have roll to stand up. So this one's going to be quite fun for you. I thought I'd put a fun one in. And this one is literally roll and try and stand up from that position. So you're rolling for momentum, then drive through the heels to stand up, and try and stick it like a gymnast. So you'll lose points if you wobble all over the place. So think of it that way. So a little bit of fun. So we've got our roll and to stand up. And then we have dead bugs, which I'm sure you all know how to do, but a demo won't go amiss. So dead bugs, opposite arms, opposite leg, extensions, nice and controlled. Okay, I don't really want to see anyone doing that too fast. I just want it to be controlled. And then last one, mermaids. I like to call them mermaids. You can call them whatever you wish. But basically, you're going to be on your kind of glute, so almost on your hip, and then down on your elbow, leg straight, and then arm is going to meet the feet. So that is a mermaid for you. I hope I do look like a mermaid just now. But that's the idea. Okay. So with the mermaids as well, because it's one side, we'll probably tough it out and we'll just stick to one side per round. So whatever one you choose, and then swap over. Has anyone got any questions? No, amazing. Okay, right guys, I will get my timer all set up for you, and then we will get started. Okay, we're gonna go in 10 seconds. So starting off with our nice controlled hop and hold. In 5, 3, 2, 1, off you go. So remember, the way to control it is to stick it with a bent knee. Try and challenge yourself, jump a little bit higher so that you're having to do more work. Almost there. Feel free to give the leg a little shake. We've got 10 seconds to go, but it's a lot of work on one leg. In 5, 3, 2, 1, rest there. 15 seconds, then we go on to our roll to stand up. In 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Whew. I wouldn't make a very good gymnast. Okay. Good job, everyone. So don't use your hands to get up. Remember, it's all in the power of your legs and the momentum. We have 10 seconds to go. In 5, 3, 2, 1, rest there. Dead bugs next. So onto our backs. In 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So full extensions with both the legs and the arms. It's all about just really high quality movements. Halfway there. 10 seconds. 10 to go. 3, 2, 1, rest there. Next up, mermaids. This one might be tough for 45 seconds, but we can do it. In 5, 2, 1, off we go. So think of it kind of like a side crunch. And obviously the lower down that support arm is, the harder it's going to make it. You've got this. We're halfway there. Keep going. 10 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1, rest there. Back onto our feet, round 2, hop and hold. So swapping over onto the other foot. I'm going to sit out of this one, unfortunately. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Excellent job. Really good, guys. So just making sure you're jumping round on the angle. Super. Halfway there. Halfway there. Remember to hold that position for a count of 5. You have 10 seconds left. See if we can get 2 more in. 2, 1, rest there. 15 seconds until our roll to stand. Let's see if we can get a 10 out of 10 for this. Full house, can we do it? 3 seconds, 2, 1, off you go. Oh, terrible one from me. Whew. 10 seconds. Oh no. 3, 2, 1, rest there. Dead bugs up next. In 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Halfway. In 10. 3, 2, 1, rest there. Last exercise of the session, mermaids on the other side. In 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Halfway there. In 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
5, 3, 2, 1, rest there. Amazing, everybody. Well done. So we'll just take a moment and then we will go into our last part, which is our stretches. And I hope everyone enjoyed that, something a little bit different this evening. Okay, so back onto our mats, and we're actually just going to take some time to, we're going to go onto our backs actually, taking the right leg up and then taking it over to the left hand side, dropping the knee down, keeping the shoulders in contact with the mat. Just taking a nice twist in the spine. And on Saturday, we are going to be doing another cardio session, but we're going to spend extra time doing some stretches at the end. So just to give you guys a heads up for that. Then taking it back to center, left leg comes up this time, take it down to the right hand side, melting the shoulders down into the mat or the floor. Seeing if that knee gets closer to the ground if it's hovering. And taking it back to center, we'll just slowly come up into a seated position. And we're going to take our drop to the side. So right arm comes down to the mat, left arm comes over, stretch all the way over, reaching as far as you can. Then back to center. And we're going to drop over to the left-hand side. And then back to center. And just from where you are, kind of in a loose cross-leg position. So left leg on the bottom, right leg on top. So there should be a little triangle between your legs there. And we're just gonna slowly walk our hands forward. And if you're feeling a stretch just in that position, just take it where you were before. But if you need to walk the hands out a bit further to feel that in the hips, please do. And just relax the neck. So you don't need to see what's going on. Just hold in that position. And then walking the hands back up, and we're going to swap over. So right leg on the bottom, left on top. And then nice and tall seat before you walk your hands forward